Hello, in this video I'm gonna explain the DFU mode on iPhone Air. There are two different recovery modes, two different restore modes on your iPhone. One of them is called recovery mode and one of them is DFU mode. About a recovery mode, there is already a video on our channel. I'll quickly tell you what's the title because, it's called How to Enter Recovery Mode on iPhone Air. And this is the full title. So you can search for it if you go to our channel and click on the magnifying glass and type in that title. You'll easily find it and you can open the recovery mode. Now I'll explain the difference between the recovery mode and the DFU mode, because DFU mode is more difficult to enter but is can do more than the recovery mode. So recovery mode is used to update your phone if something's not working. For example, your iPhone is stuck on Apple logo, your iPhone is not turning on even though you know it's charged and that the power button works and it should be working, but like the system has crashed, or after an update something is wrong, then you can restore it. Or you can do way more with that. But remember, in the recovery mode, there will be two different options. Either update, which will just update your system, and it works in most cases, but if it doesn't work, you need to select restore. And restore deletes all your data, but update also may delete all your data. So you need to know that if your data is not backed up, then you will lose your data, but sometimes this is the only option to fix your iPhone. Now DFU mode that I'm gonna show you is more complex because it bypasses the bootloader. The bootloader is the first process that turns on when you turn on the phone. And DFU mode bypasses the bootloader, which gives you more options to, for example, downgrade your iPhone to a previous iOS version, as long as that version is signed and you can actually download it, because not all versions can be downloaded. You know, older versions cannot because they are not signed anymore by Apple. But if you want to downgrade it to a version that is still signed, then you can do it. And there's way more that you can do with the DFU mode. So in this video, I'll be showing you the DFU mode. And for that, you will need a computer. A computer, either Mac, which just has Finder. You can open Finder and you'll be able to manage your phone through Finder. And if you have a Windows PC, you will need to get an app called Apple Devices. And now I'll get to showing you that. So let me simply switch to the monitor. And now if I go to the Apple Devices, well, I don't have it, so let's go to Microsoft Store. Now, as you can see right here, I can find Apple Devices. Then I can download it by clicking on Get. And it's important here that it won't work if you don't have the newest USB drivers on your computer. So also in the process, it's worth making sure that in settings in Windows Update, you check for these updates, and if there is any available, that you install it. It may prompt you to also restart your computer, and then it should work. Now I'm just gonna wait until Apple Devices get installed. You can see it's going through. Now let's open Apple Devices. Let's agree to the agreement. Okay, let's continue. It's uninstalling some Apple support, like old version of Apple support. And quickly, shortly I'll be ready. you will need a cable that you'll connect your phone to the computer. And that cable, remember, it has to support data transfer, because not all cables are built the same, and some cables have some problems, and you know, it's worth just making sure that your cable does support data transfer. I'm just gonna plug my phone into the computer just to check if it's working. But of course, if your phone isn't working currently, it's stuck on like an Apple logo, then it won't work anyway. So you can check with a different phone or whatever, just to make sure that your cable works. But since my phone is actually working, I can plug it in, and I'm gonna trust this computer. I'm gonna trust the iPhone. And it should load now. Yes, it loads. I'm gonna click on Don't Encrypt Backups, and you can see we have everything here. So now I should begin entering the mode. For entering the mode, your phone can be either on or off. What's important is I would highly recommend having a stopwatch on a different device, because we'll need to do a sequence of buttons, and that sequence has to go at certain times. So first I'll explain, maybe even twice, because it's a very difficult sequence. No matter whether your phone is on or off, your phone has to be plugged in, and you'll need to press shortly on volume up, then release, volume down, then release, then press and hold power button for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, keep pressing power button and add volume down. Continue holding for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, release power button and keep holding volume down until your iPhone appears on the screen of your Finder or Apple devices on your computer. So now I'll start doing that. So I'll try doing it, and also I'll do it with one hand so I can actually operate my timer on a different phone. So volume up, volume down, press and hold the side button. I'm gonna actually try again, because I started the timer too late. So let's do that again. Up, down, power. Now let's add the... Okay, I failed. I'll release the power, so it's gonna just restart. But it was just like... It wasn't a fail by accident, but it was just because I really forgot. Like I literally just explained what to do and then forgot what to do. So yeah, let's try again. It's gonna be volume up, volume down, press and hold the side button. Now after 10 seconds, exactly 10 seconds, add the volume down. Then after 5 seconds, release the power and keep holding volume down. I'm not holding the power, by the way. I'm just holding the volume down. And you need to continue holding just until it shows up on your computer. So it's gonna take some time, I believe. I would already expect it to show up. So maybe I'm gonna close and reopen the Apple devices. Okay, something's loading. I can see my cursor loading. And also the screen on the phone didn't turn on, so it's a good sign. Because the screen, if it turns on, then you are not in DFU. DFU has screen blank. Okay, something failed. I'm gonna try again a few times. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, with a different computer. This time it's a Mac, but it's not because it won't work with Windows. It could technically work with Windows, but I have this constant issue with all my Windows computers. Honestly, like they all have been set up in a way that really has some issues with connecting to iPhone in DFU mode. I don't really get why. By the way, if it happens in your case as well with the Apple Devices Apple Devices app, you could also try using the not the Apple Devices app. Instead of that, try using iTunes app, and maybe that'll work. And as you can see right here, when I stopped recording the video, I left the iPhone, I didn't touch it, and it's still in the DFU mode, even though it's been like, I don't know, 1 hour, because I was away for a moment, and it's still in the DFU mode, so it's still usable. So actually I didn't fail that first time. To know if you failed and to enter the DFU mode, you'll see if Apple logo shows up. If Apple logo shows up on the phone, it means you failed and you need to try again. And if the screen is black, then it's most likely in the DFU mode. Now I could restore the iPhone, right? By clicking on Restore iPhone. I don't want to do it now, but you can see it has shown up in Finder. You can see I have Finder app open, and this is how it looks. And if you want to exit the DFU mode, it's also pretty important to know how to do it. So I'll show you that. I'll just get rid of that laptop. Okay, now to exit the DFU mode, you'll need to force restart your iPhone. To do it, press and release volume up, press and release volume down, then press and hold the power button until you see Apple logo. So volume up, volume down, press and hold side button. And now it's gonna take a little time. And now I've exited the mode successfully, so I think that will be about it for the video. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.